Okay, this is called Avenida Panorâmica do Lago Namvan. So Lago is lake, this is Namvan Lake, so that's Namvan Lake right there. And so we're gonna and panoramic view. So basically this whole lake goes around in a circle, and I'll try to view a little bit of this road for you so you can see a touch of it. And just before we even get started, you can also, the sun is pretty bright right there. Let's get out of the sun. Can we get out of the sun a little bit? But you can see Macau Tower is right there as well. And over here is all these legal courthouses as well. But our focus is going to be on this Namvan Lake over here. COVID is over. We got Christmas music. It's December. It's 2022. And we're documenting the streets of Macau, and we got another street for you right here. Chiquinha, Chiquinha. Okay, so Namvan Lake. Over there is basically like storage for the city kind of stuff. You can see some dragon boat stuff over here. Some people on, is that dragon boat or kayaking? They're a little bit, we'll try to get closer. And over there is the judicial system. So there's a bunch of courthouses kind of all over in this area, over there, over there. So basically those are there. This is that's MGM Casino and Wynn Casino over there. Star World Casino, that's Wynn, that's MGM. Those are some people out in the boat there. And then you got some rocks there, I guess. And at nighttime, this is really nice when the lights start to come down a little bit. And I think what we're gonna do, yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do something different with that whole space. This is like so underutilized. It's unbelievable how underutilized this space is. And a lot of Macau has these, like, they build amazing stuff, but they're not quite utilized very well. And I think this could be utilized a lot more, because this could be connected with the Macau Tower and kind of bring them together a little bit. Because it's, if you try to get over to the Macau Tower, it feels very isolated and hard to get there, and there's no clear path. But you know, they could create a nice clear path there. It doesn't help that they have all these rickety shed looking things as fences that kind of stay right in that spot. They're between this beautiful waterfront and that, and all this used to be ocean before. So this is, we're on actually both sides are reclaimed land. So this is the reclaimed land, and so is that. And some of this reclaimed land, they just kind of put all these city vehicles everywhere, construction stuff, things like that. Beautiful Macau Tower. But yeah, this could be utilized a lot differently, but it is what it is. So let's just take it all in. And yeah, this walks all the way down into the city part over there. The sun is pretty bright over here, but Penny Hill is over there. I think that's fire station, I think. And there's another lake over on that side. And they got some events over here too. And I think what I'm gonna do is go down into that space a little bit. The sun is really bright, and I think once I go down, the sun will be out of my eyes. And I want to show you guys something, because there's this one area they're building across the waterway, and we'll see if we can see it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. No sun. Not the bright sun. But that right there. So this is another what I mean by it's so underutilized. So we have this, you know, beautiful area that I'm standing on right now, and then over there there's this tiny little isthmus, and it's basically for cars, and there's like some kind of broken sidewalks but this could be like really utilized, because when you're walking that place, you get these amazing views of all this lights all over the place at nighttime. It's really beautiful. Kind of reminds me of the views that people would see in Dubai. And there's Khalif, Taj Khalif or something like. There's a famous building, and and there's a waterway that you walk around to see the Khalij. But anyways, this also has a really beautiful walkway, so you can walk this whole spot. There's a bunch of cool stuff all along this stuff, but it's a little bit like disjointed, but that's okay, it's still fine. But actually, if build it so you could walk around. And then over on that side, this side, that's, you can't really walk through there. You have to go in the main road. This whole thing, you can, but it's like kind of disjointed. And then over here there's Lisboa, and Lisboa, there's kind of hard to get from there over to here to these two casinos. But you know, if they created like a really nice pathway that just went all the way around, it'd be incredible. And yeah, this is what I want to show you right there. Is it there? Sorry, this one right here. This one right here, they're building a mall, so that'll be like pretty cool. I thought it was going to be ready in December, but it's not. But right there, and then I'm actually going to do another video where I'm going to go over there and see what we can film over there. It looks like it's part of the scenery, but like when you're over there, it's out in the water a little bit. So, okay. Yeah, I wonder how many people fall in the water. I'm sure it happens. Anyways, yeah, and these are these little legal areas. So yeah, if they ever created a walkway all the way around, especially that over there, it's so beautiful at night. It's basically just like a highway road with like a narrow sidewalk. But yeah, anyways, I should probably film this a little bit later when the lights are on, but it actually is kind of cool now because you can see more of the details of things too. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head on up. Now you can see, now the sun isn't so bright like that. So we're just going to go up to the Panoramica. And I don't think I'm going to film too much more, but we'll just see what we can see up there, and then we'll probably end it shortly. So yeah, you also have all these places to sit as well, all these chairs. Okay, so our target street is up here. And yeah, that's all this kind of construction stuff. You can see into that a little bit right at this angle. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to, they could build like some, I don't know, do something really cool. Like they could still have parts of this as this kind of like city storage stuff, but it's in such a beautiful area. It's like you could really do something amazing. But anyways, it is what it is. Huh. And sometimes I guess it is kind of beautiful because you have all these spaces everywhere. So these giant spaces, so you got a secret garden here, and these are all temporary. They'll change them around again later. And this is all part of the light show, so there'll be a light show here every December and January. So I guess it's kind of cool. There's little ways to go down like that. And I guess we'll just walk down a little bit further, and then we're going to end the video. Yeah, and then over there, there's Peña Church up on top of the hill there. So when you get up there, it's a really beautiful view. It's funny how Macau has all these kind of stuff like that. Like, it's okay to have them, but they could beautify it. You don't have to have like a rusted fence right there. You know, this is between Macau Tower and this beautiful waterfront. Like, they should be more connected, right? And especially when you view this up here, because there's some, you can walk up there to the Peña Hill, so there's a path that's not very well lined out for people, but you can get up there pretty easily. A lot of people will be asking for directions to get up there the first time. But you got these beautiful churches right there, so you got, yeah, that beautiful hill. You have this nice waterfront. And this does walk all the way down to that brown building. There's this kind of stuff all the way that way. And usually it's really underutilized. There's a pretty fast moving kayak right there. And the casinos as well. I'm kind of tempted to hang out a little bit longer and just watch the lights come out. That's how you get down to the waterfront part. I think, you know what, I think I'm just gonna keep the camera going a little bit more until we get to that big tent, because that tent is like halfway, more or less. Again, you got all that city vehicle stuff. I guess you have to put it somewhere, but it seems like that could be used a little bit differently somehow. Like maybe create some path that goes through it to the Macau Tower with kind of cool stuff on the sides, like some kind of bunch of banyan trees or something interesting. I don't know. But the Macau Tower feels so isolated out there. But it's really not too far away. Now we're getting more into the beauty of this. Yeah, there's a vehicle right there too. It's like a, it looks like a trash kind of thing. You can see it right there. It's like they're actually moving stuff, and there's a bunch of trash, like a heap of garbage right there. Let's just kind of take a look at that. We're still on our Target Street anyways, so yeah, that's where all that city vehicles start right there. Yeah, that's a really beautiful building. That used to overlook the ocean. So right there, there's a fortress, and there's a hotel. I think that used to be called, I forget the name, but it turned into like the Portuguese consul's home or something like that. Something. But that used to be a hotel that overlooked the ocean. And then this is all reclaimed land now. And that over there, like this is still our Target Street here. It's all on reclaimed land. But before, let's see if we can walk over there a little bit. See if we can walk on the grass. But before, this is all ocean, and that street over there is called Big Beach Road, Avenida de Praia Grande, which avenue of the large beach. So that is where the ocean used to come to, and then that would be like right at the corner. And there's like a little fortress there. There's some cannons over there too, and then another beautiful Portuguese building. And that used to be a beautiful waterfront right there. And then they created a lake here, over there, and they created this lake. So this is Namvan Lake, Lago Namvan, and that's Saivan, Lago Saivan Lake. And then this little thing is just these are like manufactured lakes that we're on. So because they're manufactured, you know, they created this little isthmus, and the isthmus is basically like a way to move the traffic through, and also I guess a little bit of storage space too. It's this COVID stuff. I think they have COVID stuff everywhere the last 3 years for testing and stuff like that. This looks like they might have just taken it down. It's kind of cool. Let's do some Tai Chi there. Okay. Praia Grande. So beach big. So the recognition of Grand Praia Beach, the nautical club of the. It's a pretty fast moving kayak. So there's all these kayaks here, and here's a real fast. Battery died. So you can see these little kayakers. There's a Tai Chi person over there. The Macau Tower starting to look nice when the lights are going down. It's our little kayaking stuff. And I guess I'm going to be ending this street. You can see some lights on. There's like more light show stuff all the way down that way. There's a cool little narrow path that goes down right here, right where those red lights are at. That's like a little path, and it goes. There's some artwork down there, some really cool little cafes and restaurants. I have filmed in there, but quite a bit in the past, but I haven't probably the last year or so. There's always more cool stuff to film, so I think what I'm going to do is just do this crosswalk right here in a moment. And I think this actually turns into a different street anyways. And that's our Namvan Lake. And I just want to come out here real quick and just walk. I'll probably end it, and I might start back up again over there if the lights come on pretty soon. But this is that other side of the street, and then I think this is going to be called, let's see what it's called. There's a name here. But over there's the walls of where it's called Avenida Dr. Stanley Ho. So this road gets a different name. And then right over there is this little fortress walls over there, so you can see people kind of walking down the hill a little bit. And that's the other lake over there too, so you can kind of see that a little bit as well. Might run across, might not. Depends if I get a green light or not. Yeah. I think I have to push a button for it. There it is. So we'll just walk down real quick, kind of give you a little view. And that's the other lake, and that's kind of like a little isthmus that just goes through, but all that used to be ocean, so that was all part of the ocean, that lake and that lake. And I guess I'll just kind of connect them for you. So the ocean used to come up to here, and this street right here is called Street of the Beach of the Bom Partu. So the good part? The good part of the beach. So yeah, that's a beach. Hello.
Hello.
And there's a fortress, so the ocean used to come there, and you can see some of the walls of the fortress there. So yeah, and then this one just goes all along the other lake. So I guess we'll just I know that was our target over there, you can still see it. But yeah, that's kind of what I mean by, like, that was just kind of like this big gunk of, like, you know, it could be utilized a little bit differently. And then here's our other lake. It's also beautiful to walk around too, but the streets are a little bit narrow over here. But anyways, this kind of gives you more context. So I guess this street is the Namvan panoramic view over there, and then the Stanley Ho Street, and then this one is a different street. And this is Avenida Republica. And then you can see all the streets over here, so those kind of like move the traffic through these areas a little bit. Let me see how to get through here. Okay. So this is Sai Van Lake. It's really nice tonight. And the other's Nam Van Lake. And then that's that wall that I was kind of talking about. So that wall, the ocean would come up to that wall. And I think what we're gonna see, sorry, this video might be a little bit long, but so here you're gonna see Street of Lago. Lago means lake. Savan Lake, and they're doing some construction over here too, so they got some new thing planned for this. And I'm gonna walk over here, and I'll probably end it shortly. So this is middle road, it's called Stanley Ho. Then our focus street is over there, and you can see more construction stuff over here too. But I think they might be changing this, so they might turn it into something different. Yeah, and that's all like this kind of shitty. So we got a red light. I think I can run across it real quick. So we're gonna come back, and you can see that that's where that one truck was working a little bit, right in the corner there. So yeah, actually this wall, they could definitely make a better wall too. Like, you know, you just got this kind of beat up wall. Looks like a guy ran into by all kinds of, it's been there at least 10 years, maybe 20, I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of the end of our video. And this was our focus street. And we're just gonna run back over there. This is a quiet street too. So anyways, there we go. More lights are coming on. And go end it right there. Oh, 360 maybe is in order before we turn it off. There's that crane. Okay, so there you go. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the little bungee lines now. The sun is just starting to go down, so now it's probably a little bit more able to see a little bit of the lights now, as you can see a little bit over on that side now. That'll look real nice later. Yeah, and actually at nighttime, like that Lisboa will be all lit up. I think I do have some other videos, but it's a little bit late at night sometimes when I come, and it doesn't film as good. It's better like in a camera shot, but not so good for the video. Macau Tower. Some bungee. Can you see that line right there? Some bungee jumping line right there. Okay. And there's the sunset coming down. Okay, this is kind of what we're waiting for, so you can see more of the lights. So those lights are on, and then you can see a little bit more. And actually I was kind of waiting for these Lisboa, so Lisboa are up now as well. And I guess the wind is a little bit more brighter. Those lights are definitely on, and that bus, that one is on as well. And I guess you can see it down at these courthouses as well. And the street lights have come on. Macau Tower is on. So we're getting a little bit more of our city lit up with city views. So okay. And then later, yeah, if you come out late at night, from over that view, it's quite amazing to look down and see all of these lights, because you'll see all of them all the way down. So anyways, it's kind of waiting for those. It does get better at night, but then the filming isn't so great. So there's also Peña Church up on the hill too. Okay, this is kind of that view from this side that I was kind of talking about, so you can kind of see what I mean a little bit. And this is this kind of isthmus road, just to kind of make everything into context. So there's ocean on that side, and on this side is南灣Lake. So you can see all those casinos and the way it lights up at nighttime. Anyways. COVID is over. We got Christmas music. It's December. It's 2022. And we were documenting the streets of Macau, and we got another street for you right here. Chiquinha, chiquinha, toma cuidado da movidinha.